Good afternoon, everyone. I know we are almost there to wind up the session. And once again, thank you all for your active participation in the last 3 days. I know it's been a very hectic last 3 days. At the same time, meeting a lot of people face to face, both for you and for us. So it's honor for me and Saravana to do this closing note. I would like to start the session by this little quote, because I always address the team with a small quote as much as possible. So knowledge is of no use or value until you put it into practice. And this goes very well with any events, right? You might get a lot of information and a lot of things as a takeaway, but unless and until you put them into practice, either by doing it yourself or transferring that knowledge to the team, it is of no use. So I hope you have some plans in mind how the next few days is going to work for you all with regard to the information you've collected here. Just a quick statistics on how this whole event has gone in the last 3 days. So both in person and online, we had around 652 participants, 27 speakers from across the globe, different countries, different nationalities, 26 sessions. Total views in Hublio platform, which is our online platform, is close to 13K, and unique views 5K. And the last piece is very important. First-time attendees, as Saravana wanted to understand in the beginning of the sessions, is we've got around 190 plus first-time attendees, and thank you all for those people who took that effort and started your journey with Integrate. Some social buzz created by various people in the last 3 days. We've got a little video done. So bringing some of your memories, I guess. That was real fun. So this is the team back in India who's behind all these hard work. So it's just few of us whom you're seeing here, but there are a lot more people working together, and I think they work bit of into the midnight in India as well. So thank you to those team members. And I think this is the most important part in this whole closing note, I would say. Every year, we try to improve the way we start right from the registration till the last point in the event. So we would really appreciate if all of you can take the survey and give your honest feedback of how this whole event started, how did the sessions go for you all, and including food, the temperature, the atmosphere, everything. Just put your thoughts and share your points through the survey. And trust me, we take these surveys very seriously, and we address to all the points that you highlight to us so that we can make the next year even more better experience for you and also for us. So please feel free to take the survey. I think there are around, I don't know, less than 10 questions, which should take hardly 2 minutes for you all. So with that last few words, I would like to hand over to Saravana, who's going to do all the key takeaways that you have gathered in the last 3 days and some more thank you notes. So over to you, Saravana.
Thank you. I think first of all, thank you very much for staying all the way. I think this crowd, normally like every year we have seen like most of the conferences, if you go the final day, it's pretty much, half of the people won't turn up. But here, this is the last session and we still got a reasonable amount of people still in the conference. Thank you very much. And I think the video, I wanted to highlight that as well, like it's a massive team behind the scene to put this event together, to probably you can assume like doing something of this scale, like it takes a lot of effort, nearly 8 months worth of effort end to end to pull everything. Even yesterday there was like technical glitches, and there's a lot of things that's handled behind the scene to run a very smooth event, and that requires a lot of people behind the scene. And probably, a lot of people, when we are sitting here, we are not realizing what's going on in the online platform. That's like 400 people, and then you need to coordinate everything so that, they to run it smoothly. That's where the India team comes into picture, and they do all the behind-the-scene work to make things smoother. I want to thank the team for their hard work and putting everything together. And also, people who are coming here, I asked this question at the beginning of the welcome speech, like how many been here for 5+ years? A lot of people lifted their hand. So in the beginning days, I used to spend a lot of time, like it took a lot of my personal time to put this event together. But if you look at this year, my involvement was very, very minimal. So, you probably noticed I came on the welcome speech, and I'm coming here back on the closing note. So the team has scaled significantly. They know exactly how to run the event, and there's a lot of things we have learned, and we're able to do it in a much more efficient way now. Some of the key announcements, I'm not going to go through the list, but we just put together a simple slide. Because one of the key things with Integrate is, Microsoft made this as the platform for, to announce a lot of large announcements. They don't even do it in bigger events like Build or Ignite. When it comes to integration, this is the community they wanted to communicate first. And every year there's some big announcement. I believe even BizTalk 2020 was announced in this event rather than in a bigger Microsoft event. So these are, like you probably, all of you are taking notes, and across all the Azure integration services, complete stack, functions, logic apps, event hubs, event grid, everything. There are bits and pieces introduced, and it's all came down in this last 3 days. And someone being in the integration space, we all know like how important it is to get this kind of information firsthand. I want to thank both, Microsoft for announcing and making it available, and also the audience. It's a huge value. Again, the same reputation. I want to thank Microsoft and also the MVP community, who was always great support for many years. And as I mentioned in this welcome speech, we are very careful in terms of taking the speaking slot, because we wanted to give that consistent value year over year. Like the people are very confident when they want to come to this event. They're going to get value out of it. 3 days of a lot of content, valuable content, and we just wanted to make that happen year over year. So hopefully we should be able to continue in the future as well. And I want to thank all the sponsors. As I said, without sponsors, it's difficult. We still try to keep the cost low, and to make it like a more, to great extent, it's still a community-driven event rather than a commercial event trying to make money out of the event. So for that, sponsorship is critical, and we got a few sponsors. I think people asked me like why there are no sponsors booth. I think all the sponsors, they didn't want to put a booth, but they just sponsored the event. So they don't want to put a booth and man the booths. So they just become silent sponsors. I think having said that, thank you all. Have a safe travel back. And people, I think my team is there. I'll probably invite them quickly so that at least who are here. Guys, yeah, come on stage, please. Yeah. So I think. Sorry. Yeah.
take a letter.
Yeah, go.